If you operate a high-end commercial facility, you already know that managing safety, hygiene, and noise, yeah, it can be an absolute nightmare. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a premium flooring ecosystem engineered to just completely eliminate those headaches.
So, think about what makes a space truly premium. You know, we usually look straight at the shiny new equipment or the fancy lighting, right? But we really need to look past that to the literal foundation, the floor beneath our feet. A patron's first impression is heavily dictated by what they smell, what they hear, and how safe they feel walking across the room.
The reality is, typical recycled rubber floors fail spectacularly in high-traffic areas. They bake in the heat, creating these toxic smells, they soak up sweat literally like a sponge, and they warp into dangerous trip hazards. But there is a highly engineered alternative that sets the premium standard. We're talking about an ecosystem that's entirely odorless, hygienic, quiet, and perfectly seamless.
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1. Impact Tile, Heavyweight Champion. Built for extreme durability.
Check out the Impact Tile in action here. If you look closely at that thick, dense rubber texture, well, this tile is engineered to offer the absolute perfect blend of stability and flex. When heavy weights are dropped, you get immediate impact attenuation to protect your subfloor. But your athletes? They still have a rock-solid base to lift from.
For facility managers, though, the real game changer is the guarantee. These tiles were 100% guaranteed non-toxic and odorless. They're manufactured from recycled Australian tires and fully fire rating certified. So what does that mean for you? It means absolutely zero complaints about chemical smells filling your facility when that tropical heat spikes.
Now let's contrast our heavy-duty impact tile with our next hero product, Jazz. The impact tile is a dense 800 kilograms per cubic meter, which is perfect for heavy impact. But notice the Jazz product. It comes in a roll format with a massive 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter density. That is incredibly dense, making it the ultimate solution for seamless hygiene.
Moving right along to Section 2, Jazz, Seamless and Hygienic, the versatile roll format.
Just look at the visual impact of that vibrant purple Jazz flooring. Because it's installed in large rolls rather than interlocking tiles, the finish is completely seamless. This entirely eliminates, actually literally gets rid of, trip hazards from curling tile edges. It makes it absolutely perfect for dynamic fitness classes, grand foyers, and even wet areas like shower rooms.
In tropical environments, specifically like Papua New Guinea, this non-porous surface is absolutely vital. Standard crumb rubber absorbs liquids, but Jazz stops sweat, spills, and moisture right at the surface. It's incredibly hygienic, highly mold-resistant, and honestly, super easy to clean.
And when it comes to safety pedigree, Jazz really doesn't mess around. It was subjected to rigorous CSIRO wet slip resistance testing, and it achieved a Class V. That is the highest possible safety result you can get in commercial flooring. No joke.
It is quite literally, quote, the most versatile, resilient flooring on the market for the slipperiest of areas. That extreme wet slip resistance massively reduces your liability risk as an operator. Even in the sweatiest, most humid tropical environments imaginable, you are covered.
All right, Section 3, Proven Acoustic Performance, Eliminating the Echo.
In a premium space, echoing footsteps or dragged equipment can completely ruin the vibe, right? Well, here's why Jazz is different. In acoustics, a 3 decibel drop is barely noticeable to the human ear. But because Jazz is an inherently elastic surface, it naturally delivers an enormous 16 decibel reduction in noise transfer straight through the concrete slab. That's a huge difference.
So Jazz effectively acts as its own acoustic dampener. It effortlessly cushions the click-clack of hard shoes and dramatically exceeds building code compliance for acoustics. That means you completely eliminate the need to buy, ship, and install separate, expensive acoustic underlays. That is a massive cost saving right there.
Which brings us to Section 4, the complete ecosystem, bringing it all together. It's kind of like a giant puzzle that fits together perfectly. You build your base with the Impact underlay for extreme heavy drop zones. Then you lay down impact tiles for the free weights and those seamless Jazz rolls for your open areas. Finally, you connect them all with solid black ramp edges. The result? Zero trip hazards and a perfectly unified premium facility.
Let's wrap up with Section 5. Upgrade your PNG facility, the clear choice for buyers.
If you're building or managing facilities in Papua New Guinea, this ecosystem is basically the ultimate tropical climate solution.
Think about it. Non-porous surfaces absolutely defeat high humidity. The V wet slip rating prevents accidents. Odorless tiles won't gas out in the extreme heat. And ditching those underlays, that saves you an absolute fortune on complex island shipping logistics. If you're ready to build an environment that your patrons respect and trust, your exclusive, direct source for this entire ecosystem is TradeLink International Limited. They handle the logistics and they supply directly to your site in PNG.
So act now before you invest in standard rubber that will, quite frankly, fail you in just a few years. Head directly and get this highly compliant, premium flooring straight into your facility. I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Can your facility really afford the liability and the brand damage of relying on smelly, loud, porous, and slippery standard rubber? Or is it finally time to step up to the premium standard? Head over to the TradeLink International website and make the upgrade today. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.